Let's talk first about a technology called Zeltiq. Now, how does this work? It freezes your fat away?
That's right. Zeltiq is a product, a new technology that's very exciting that actually freezes your fat cells, kills them, and your body naturally reabsorbs them.
Let's take a look at some. I want to get to these photos of people before and after. What we're really talking about is kind of the contouring of the body.
That is right. Zeltiq and all non-invasive fat melting technologies are for body contouring, not for weight loss. This is the most studied technology, and it's most effective for love handles with that little abdominal pouch that you just can't get rid of regardless of how much exercise and nutritional intervention you have.
Sure, it's always about what you're trying to do is get rid of the obliques or tighten up the obliques, that sort of thing. But the question is, how long does this last? Is it permanent? How much does it cost? How much time does it take?
Well, it takes about an hour or so in a licensed doctor's, dermatologist, cosmetic, or plastic surgeon's office. It can require a second or even a third treatment, but most patients have excellent results in 1 or 2 treatments. It can cost any place from $700 to $2,000 or $3,000, depending how many areas you utilize, and it lasts forever. Once the fat cells are killed, they're gone unless you start eating again.
Well, what's the downside? There's got to be one.
There really is very little downside. This is an extremely safe technology. Occasionally people have a little bit of tingling that can last for several weeks after the procedure, but they can go right back to work, resume their normal exercise routines.
And can anybody do it?
It is for anybody, but remember, it's not for weight loss, it's for body contouring. So only individuals that require a little bit of love handle reduction or a little bit of removal of a little pouch in the abdomen they just can't get rid of, those are the optimal candidates for these procedures.
Let's talk about the second one called Zerona. Now, this is the first non-invasive laser device to get FDA market clearance for this kind of fat removal. What's the difference between freezing the fat and using the laser?
Right. We were one of the original investigators with Zerona. What Zerona does, it's a low-energy laser that actually creates a little hole in the fat cell.
Really?
So the fatty contents extrude out from the fat cell, and again, they're naturally reabsorbed by your body.
Okay, I want to look at before and afters here. And let's talk about the difference between this and something like liposuction.
The difference between these technologies, low-energy lasers or freezing fat technologies, is that liposuction is a more consistent result, but for large areas of fatty deposits. This is for body contouring, again, those love handles or small abdominal fat deposits that you can't get rid of. If you want more significant body contouring, it's only about laser liposuction or other new liposuction techniques.
Okay, how long does this take? Again, what's it cost, and who's a candidate?
Right. Again, the cost of this is very similar to that of Zeltiq. It's 1 or 2 treatment sessions. It takes about an hour or so. It's totally painless. The cost is similar, any place from $600 to $2,000, $3,000, depending on the number of areas, and the results are long-lasting.
Okay, well, I've got so many more questions. I know there's a third technique that the FDA is looking at right now called liposonic. You're going to be here to talk about that online because I can't ask you all these questions right now. There's just too much information, and I really want to know. It seems like a magic bullet. I gotta see it to believe it.
Well, you know, the results are excellent. It's in the scientific literature. The results are not as consistent as with liposuction, but there certainly is excellent true efficacy, and these 2 technologies are FDA approved, showing that they're safe and effective.
All right.